Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do an oracle and affirmations for today. Today is Friday, October 10th, 2025. Sorry, my hair's all messed up. You may follow me on the talk, the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's affirmations. Holly's driving me nuts. She keeps trying to get on the table. I don't know what her problem is. Like, seriously. Go lay down or go eat something. Like, I love you, but seriously. We got one on the table. Two on the table. Okay, these are all in reverse, y'all. Damn. Okay. Okay, well, first of all, for some reason, I don't know if cards fell out of the deck or what, but there was two in here that were upside down. Okay, well, I think everything happens for a reason, so we gotta learn more about each other, but it was upside down. We got beautiful possibilities, but it was upside down. And then bottom of the deck, sacred friendship. To me, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. To me, this sacred friendship with these two other cards being upside down, it's karmic. Like it's some kind of karmic soul tie, some type of karmic connection, toxic, whatever. Because it gives like making a friend of someone, right? And thinking like you two have stuff in common and you have each other's back. But with these other two cards in the reverse, like they don't care. They don't want to know about you. Whatever they do want to know about you, they probably use against you. And there's no possibility here. You know, when you get into a friendship with someone, you know, like, or when you get into a lover situation, right? There's possibility, you know, like a future, that kind of thing. There's nothing here. Like there's nothing. It gives like user, like somebody using people possibly to further their own agenda, right? For themselves to get ahead, not for you. And like I said, they don't, anything that they do learn about you and they retain about you, they do that because they use it against you. They don't care. Whoever this person is, they don't care. They don't want to go in depth with you. That's not what the relationship is for them. The relationship is all about abuse and use. Because that kind of behavior is abusive. Whether you really want to admit that or not, like that kind of behavior is abusive. Like seriously. Because you should never purposely get into a relationship, whether friendship or otherwise, and just be like, well, I don't care about this person. I just want to use them to get ahead. That's some really shitty behavior. Like that is abusive. You're abusing somebody. You're using somebody. That is abuse. People don't look at it like that. It's a very probably narcissistic way to like go about things. It also kind of gives like what, like sociopath kind of. There was I don't know why I feel that I don't I don't know why I feel the need to say this. There was a story on TikTok yesterday about a group of, I guess, boys. I don't think they distinguish that, but I guess boys, 8, 9, and 10, who basically kidnapped a 5-year-old girl from where she was being babysat. She's babysat. Is that the word? She was at the babysitter's and they took her to a field. I guess this was like the beginning of September. And I don't remember where, but it was all over TikTok yesterday. And I guess they like beat the ever loving out of her. They raped her. They did all kinds of crazy shit, like put like dirt in her eyes and her mouth. Like they did these little boys, okay, right? Little boys did all this crazy shit to this little girl and left her in the field thinking that she was dead, and she wasn't. She was alive. And I guess she's been in the hospital ever since. And the boys were found. The boys were found. Um, but they're not bringing them up on charges. And here's my thing. Like I understand they're little boys, right? You know? But when you do something at that age, like really think about what that means. Like when you hear about like John Wayne Gacy and Jeffrey Dahmer, like, oh, when I was, when I was a kid, I murdered animals and then I started, people. It's a sign. When they start off that young behaving like that, that's a sign. And I got in the comments on one of the posts and I said, if they don't do something, and even if they do something, they're going to do it again. Like they're going to do it again. Cuz that's like sociopathic, psychopathic, narcissistic behavior. And all those three things, not a great combo. That's like to me, those three little boys, that's pure evil right there. Like that's demonic. Like that the intention was to draw her out into that field and do those things to her. And never mind an animal, right? Because that's bad too. But who does that? Who does that to a human being? A little kid. And personal experience, right? Like when I was 4, I was sexually assaulted by my cousin and his 3 friends. Like, and they weren't adults. They were kids. They were little kids. I think he's like 5 years older than me. He would have been 9. Like a 9-year-old doing that to a 4-year-old. Like, where does that come from? Like, where does that urge come from? It's very unstable energy. Like I said, to me it's demonic. Like it's giving into your baser urge. That's demon, that's devil, that's evil. And when you do that at such a young age and you just don't give a shit, like my cousin, I heard, I don't know for sure, but I heard through the grapevine, right? Through the family vine, that as an adult, like in his 30s, 40s, he tried to sexually assault a young woman in his neighborhood. So if he did that to me at the age of 4, at the age of 9, and then in his 30s, 40s did that to, I think she was like 14, what did he do in between in all those years? Because I'm telling you, he did something. Because they don't stop. Even if they go years without doing anything, eventually they do something. You hear about it all the time, like red rummers, like every 2 years, they do something. Every 5 years, they do something, right? If you watch Law and Order SVU, like they always have like those stories on there where like, every 6 months somebody red rums somebody. until they get caught. And to me, it's a disease. It's a disease of the mind. Like, you're giving into your baser urge. You're giving into the demonic energy. Like, how are you going to cure that? Because you don't know how. And everybody has that possibility. Just like everybody has the possibility to be positive and, put out that positive energy, they have that opportunity to put out the negative energy. And when you continuously give into that urge, you got to realize at some point, like, you're lost. Like, how is anybody going to help you? Like, that's all you know. And it's one thing to be like a mean, bitter person, but it's another thing to be like that hateful that you could take a life and not even give two fucking shits about it, like, you just don't care. I don't know who this is not like the worst energy I've ever felt by any means, but this is not good. Like, I don't know who this is, but yeah, this is not anybody I would. This is not anybody I would want to be friends with. All right, I'm gonna leave it there because I rambled on long enough. Um, I literally can't remember the name of the girl. Otherwise, I would tell you guys. But it was all over TikTok yesterday. If you're on TikTok, um, I think she was 5 years old. You could always, like, Google it or whatever. I hope it resonates for you or not. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. And I will talk to you later.